Consulting has set you up to own a restaurant in a great way.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. It was something I always wanted to do. They were a client that they had multiple owners, and the multiple owners couldn't come together and agree on anything. And one day I said, maybe you guys should think about going a different direction. And they said, well, we've been thinking about selling it. And I said, give me a price.
Right.
I really liked the location. It was something, it felt comfortable.
Yeah.
So that was, I started about 8 months before the government shutdown. The government shutdown delayed it. So it took almost a year to bring it to fruition. And now we're 18 months in. We had a great first year. We had just got everything into a situation where I thought we were set up for a large year. March hit, COVID hit, and it's a whole new restaurant game.
And the name of your restaurant is?
Luca Ristorante.
And it's located?
In Oakland, right between Carnegie Mellon University, Pitt University.
Awesome. So, hey, what's the last 6 months been like for you owning a restaurant?
It's been, every day is a new adaptation of what yesterday was. Yeah. When it first hit, we all sort of followed guidance from the government, and they said, hey, we're going to close down for 2 weeks. We're going to flatten a curve. We were all aboard. 2 weeks went to 4, 4 weeks went to 6, 6 weeks went to 8. And as an operator, the rent doesn't change. The utilities start to go down, but there's certain fixed costs, there's insurance and things like that just don't go away. So I remodeled. I looked at it as an opportunity. The building that I was in, the restaurant, it just needed a little freshening up. So we thought, perfect opportunity, never going to get a chance to close down, focus on remodeling. Remodeling was done. That was 6 weeks. We thought, we didn't even think.
Surely it has to be done by then.
It has to be done. So I decided, well, everyone else is doing delivery and takeout. We open for delivery and takeout. It's a disaster. There are days that we do less than $60.
Is there a reason for that?
We looked at the demographics of our food. People at the time, it's an uncertain economy.
Sure.
We're a little more upscale Italian. So a lot of what you're paying for is the experience, but also that we're scratch made. So if you order something at my restaurant, it's made that day, that minute for that ticket.
Yeah.
We're not a batch restaurant. So we thought we're going to have to look at what we have and sort of adapt that to fit to a takeout model. We did do that, increase sales to about 300 a day. But at that point, I needed 700 a day just to break even. And at 700 a day, it would have taken me 3 months of sales to pay 1 month's worth of rent.
My goodness.
So we were anxiously awaiting to be allowed to be open again.
Sure.
We did a little bit of adaptation, but what we realized was the economy was uncertain. People wanted large volume foods, comfort foods, wings, burgers, pizza. Fed a large family for a smaller amount. And in an uncertain economic time, that's what people wanted.
Man.
And the old saying I was always taught by all the old timers is the first people to scale back when the economy starts to go is the people of wealth. And we're in Squirrel Hill and Shadyside. So they have an excess of disposable income for a reason because they're smart with their finances.
Wow, that's so interesting.
So they were the first people to cut out outside dining until the market cleared up.
And for a lot of those people, those are your customers that know you, that have been in the restaurant, that know you personally even.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
And they cut back because a lot of those customers and of wealth are tied into the stock market. And when they started using the R word recession and the stock market drops, the average mid-20, mid-30-year-old who's just getting started with retirement, they might have lost 9 or 10,000 because their retirement portfolio is small. When you're at a later stage closer to retirement and you have $1 million, $1.5 million and you take a 10% loss, you just lost 150,000.
That's right.
So that looks a little different on everybody's balance sheet.